back, everybody. So today we are going to try Maple Bourbon Barrel Scheming and Plotting from One Well Brewing. If you haven't watched some of my other One Well beers, what they do for the higher ABV ones is they actually put them in 8-ounce cans. I did look it up on Untapped because they don't put the ABV on here, and from what Untapped shows, it shows 2019, and I'm not sure if this is 2019 because I was thinking this just came out, but it could be the 2019. If it is, it's 13.2%. As I said, this is a Maple Bourbon Barrel Aged Imperial Chocolate Stout. Yeah, and it just has 8 fluid ounces. It doesn't give the ABV. No canned on date or anything like that. So let's go ahead and open it and get it into a glass and see what we think. I was trying to think, and I should have just looked around because I know I have one can left. I did do another Maple Bourbon Barrel Aged Stout from them last year, I believe, and then I sent one to Kyle, and Kyle just reviewed that one. So we don't have a head. My guess is that's from the high ABV in this. But what I do see is off-white around the edges there. Color, it is black. I cannot see through it. I don't know why. It looks watery. But yeah, it's black. I don't see a hue, anything like that. But yeah, it looks watery. I am getting some legs on there. But, okay, let's go ahead and smell. Very wet, vanilla, bourbon, oaky smell coming out of there. Maybe a little bit of that roasted malt, but you're going to expect that from a big Imperial stout like this one is. Yeah, very bourbon, like vanilla. Bourbon is the first thing I get, but you do get that vanilla oaky smell in there, and that's about it. Like I said, maybe a little roasted malt. Chocolate, right? Yeah, chocolate stout. I'm not getting any chocolate. It smells like it was a very wet barrel that they put it in. Hopefully we get some of that chocolate in the taste. So let's go ahead and taste it. It is a little thicker than I thought it would be. It's very, like, I get that bourbon oak up front, a little bit of roasted malt, gone. Aftertaste, it's like you're eating that oak, but then there's a nice chocolate that comes across and it stays there, like that oak stays there, but it's very heavy oak in my opinion. Yeah, it's like eating oak. Like, I like that bourbon up front, but that oak really kicks in there. You get a touch of roasted malt. I don't really get any chocolate like they say. Then the aftertaste is where that chocolate comes out, but that oak like stays there. And then you get some of that chocolate. I don't know what to think about this. I'm really not getting any maple. How much maple should you get out of a beer that's been barreled and then maple has been added? Is the maple in the boil? So maybe the maple's going to boil off and it's going to be sugary. It's not really sweet. I'm sure it's helping drive the ABV up. But I'm not really getting all the flavors that they say, because it's almost like it's too young, and that barrel, that very wet barrel oakiness is still there. Yeah, for me, I'd probably have to go with a 3.75 out of 5. I like my barrel aged beers or bourbon barrel beers to be aged a little bit, and I think it would help this, at least in my opinion, because you might as well like take a oat chunk and put it in a glass and put some bourbon on it. You're not getting that you know, grain bill from a chocolate stout, or a stout that has big roasted grains and then has chocolate added to it. That oaky bourbon's just covering it up a little too much for me right now. So 3.75 out of 5. If you like this video, check some of these other videos out over here. And until next time, happy brewing.